Hello there and welcome back to another video. Now I'm going to kick off with some football stuff. First of all, obviously over the last week and stuff like that, obviously with things with the coronavirus and the meetings between the Premier League and the UEFA, the organisations in charge of European football, and obviously the English side of football for us anyway over here. I don't know about the the French leagues, La Liga, Bundesliga, all that sort of business. But in terms of our leagues, it looks like obviously they are suspending Euro 2020 until 2021, which looked like that was going to be the first thing to change. That was going to be the most obvious thing to change, I think, in everyone's mind. They were going to do that, which means their main focus is on getting the English leagues to complete their seasons sometime before the 30th of June, and they believe that they can do that. There's like 92 matches in the Premier League to go, or something, from what things are being said in articles and stuff like that. So there's a lot of matches still left to play, and the obvious rumour is that they will all take place behind closed doors. And again, that is directly linked to the coronavirus as well. To sort of latch into another topic that could link to football. Obviously, the coronavirus in Wuhan, China, yesterday, which was, I think, I can't think of a better word or a better descriptive word to describe the virus, but the birthplace of the virus. They closed their last emergency hospital yesterday, I believe it was, and they discharged their last patient as well. So it looks like it takes like about 3 months for this to get control of this virus and to really, come to grips with it and, as I said, get it under control. Now, if you look at 3 months for us over here, and you're looking at the start of March or something, end of February, start of March. So you're looking at, say, March, April, May, June, July, sort of thing. So obviously with them saying the 30th of June that they want to have the leagues wrapped up by, most of these games, if not all of the games, will take place behind closed doors. Now, Liverpool fans and stuff like that, obviously, me being a Liverpool fan as well, we obviously look at it like, oh my God, yeah, the games can take place all they want, but, we're going to win the title behind closed doors without the fans. At the end of the day, it's still about the safety of the public, safety of the people, and not gathering in large crowds. So it's still what it's all about. Now, whatever they do on match day, like especially around Anfield, where people could still flood the streets and stuff like that, or whatever, I don't know what could happen, what sort of control measures would be put in place. And we still don't know, really, what sort of control measures the government can put on us. Speaking to a family member yesterday, another family member of ours in France, they can't leave their house without written permission, and that permission can be denied depending on what you want to go out for. Those types of measures could still come into effect here, and it's one of those things that we just have to get used to at the moment, and also recognise that it's important for football for them to be able to finish this current season rather than just null and void it. To be fair, a lot of Arsenal fans were wanting this season null and void because they've had a terrible season. But even Manchester United fans, they don't want it null and void, even if it means that Liverpool win the title or anything like that, because of probably how progressive they were in terms of getting to Champions League places and stuff like that. They're not that far from them. But yeah, I think it's not just the Premier League, it's the other leagues that are below us as well. Looking at a team like Leeds that have been out of the Premier League, out of the top division for 15, 16 years, something like that, a long time, and they face their very best chance at actually getting back into the Premier League this season. You can't null and void the season and not let them be able to try and get themselves up. You're saying that they would have to restart again? It wouldn't be fair. And then for the same, whoever finishes second in the Championship, whoever finishes in the playoff positions as well, whoever gets relegated from the Premier League, who is that going to be? Obviously West Ham didn't want the season to continue because they're out of the relegation zone right now. But if the season continues, will they remain out of the relegation zone? They don't know, so they wanted the season null and void, according to Karen Brady anyway. And then you look at the relegation spots for the Championship, promotion, how the promotion works for League One, and the same for League Two, and etc., etc., etc. And the same thing will be for every league in every country and every second and third division in that country as well. So it's to the integrity of world football that the seasons must be allowed to continue if they can. You know, if this pandemic becomes any worse or something happens or it mutates and we don't know what's going to happen, because this is a brand new thing that no one that I've spoken to of any age has experienced anything like this, you know, so not especially not on a global scale either. So yeah, in terms of football, it looks like they're going to try and do what they can. How they wrap up the Champions League and Europa League, I would say do it like you do Euros and World Cup group stages. Have like the quarters on one day, 3 days later you have the semi-finals, 3 days later have the finals. It's not ideal. It doesn't give people the breaks that they would normally have in between the semi-finals and the final, but it concludes the competition in the right, in as right a way as it can. For the rest of everything, in terms of just life in general, genuinely just hope that everyone's okay. And if you're not okay, I hope that you can somehow get the help that you need or whatever you need. I know people are going absolutely bonkers at the moment about, you know, shopping and toilet roll and all this sort of stuff, and, you know, really just raiding the shops and stuff like that. People are worried about, you know, tanks are going to be rolling the street and putting martial law in place. And don't get me wrong, we don't know what can happen. We don't know how things can progress. But I would say that people are panicking for the wrong reasons. Honestly, like, I think the main thing that people should be looking to do is to, first of all, look after themselves and the people that they live with. Make sure that if they can go to work, like I will be going to work today, and we've been told by our bosses that we will not be asked to be closed. So I'm fortunate in that sort of way. I am in good enough health. I don't have any symptoms of the virus or anything like that. I've literally just got a little bit of a cold. That's all. And where I work, I am allowed to go to work totally fine. I'm not going to come into contact with vulnerable people either. So that's good. And hopefully other people can do the same. We've got to find out what's going to happen if places do have to close. You know, people might have to, you know, suspend mortgages and stuff like that. There's so many implications. Things like, you know, household, what's the names? Utilities, that's what I was looking for. Utilities and stuff like that. If somehow this country has to come to a standstill, people are going to struggle. You know, you've got to understand, like, I understand that people that are in quite a well-off position are telling people to stay home. But when you're not in a well-off position and you're in a working class position, like I'm a working class citizen myself, my household is, we can't just turn around and say we're not going to work because we can't pay for what we need. You know, we're well at the moment, but I can understand people don't have the job security from their job to take time off safely and be paid full pay. It doesn't happen for everyone. It really doesn't. Major corporations and stuff like that are going to take a major hit as well. The food sector will probably, aside from fast food and cafes and stuff like that, supermarkets will get a boom, definitely. So anyone that works in supermarkets or in the trade of supplying supermarkets with food and stuff like that and products or produce, whatever, will probably still be able to work. But, you know, general, you know, other jobs and stuff like that, like if you work in a coffee shop or if you work in a cafe, a fast food place, or just in general, you say, I don't know, if you work in like banks and stuff like that, we don't know if these places are going to close. But the main thing I would say is to just, you know, try and look after yourself. And in some ways, because of the shopping thing and people going mental over toilet roll and stuff like that, you're also seeing the flip side, and you're seeing the good things of communities coming together to try and help those that are vulnerable, those that, you know, that maybe are over 70 or they have health problems, dependent on age and stuff like that as well. You're seeing communities come together to try and help these people, to communicate with them as best as they can, and to help them out with, if they can get them some pieces of shopping and stuff like that as well. So there are some good things that are bringing communities together during this crisis, this pandemic. But it evolves every single day. We just don't know what happens. So all I wish to every single one of you is stay safe. and I genuinely hope that you'll be okay and we can come out of this within the next 3, 4, 5 months, whatever. Um, I Me making videos will be sporadic. I'm not making videos every day because, I know a lot of football YouTubers are making, videos every day and stuff like that about different topics and all this sort of stuff. There's nothing to report really about Liverpool, and there's nothing really to report about the season until maybe the 4th of April. Anything from that sort of time when they said that the league's made, that's the earliest that they can resume the season. I probably won't be making many videos up until then, until we get close to that sort of time, because there's just much more important things to do right now. So yeah, I will still make videos definitely at some point, but I'm not going to be making daily videos just talking about random topics or transfer targets, because it's just not the time to do it. So take care of yourselves, take care of those around you if you can. Stay safe, be well, and I wish every one of you the very, very best. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you later.